Well, let's try this again. I just did 15 minutes without any sound. I honestly don't know what happened. Uh, Welcome. It's Wednesday. This is Time Out Overtime on the Time Out Overtime YouTube channel. I'm Rick Arsenal from the Frank Beck Chevrolet Studio Annex. If you haven't done so yet, thank you for watching. Get down there in the corner, smash that like and subscribe button. Thank you very much. For the first time since the Tigers got swept in LA to start the season, they have lost the series. They lost the deciding game to the Milwaukee Brewers today, 5-1. The only run they scored was a Spencer Torkelson home run, his sixth of the season. They're struggling with the bats right now, especially Riley Green. Uh, so the experiment to give everybody in the starting rotation a day off, I don't think worked out too well. Kiner Montero came up from Toledo, gave up 3 home runs. That was his downfall. To start the season with the 2 series on the West Coast, Uh, they gave up a lot of home runs in those 2 games, and they had tamed that down for a while. It's coming back again. They gave up 3 more home runs today. They gave up a couple last night, and it's disconcerting, along with the fact that suddenly they're not hitting. It's a long season. I'm not panicking yet. They're still in good shape. What are they? 10-8. They will come home to start their longest homestand of the year. 10-game homestand. 4 with the Royals starting tomorrow night. 3 more with the Padres, and again next weekend, 3 more with the Orioles before they go on the road for a 3-city road trip to Houston, Anaheim, and Denver. Those are your next 6 series. I'm not going to dwell a whole lot on this game today, other than the fact that I don't think Kiner Montero was very effective. Uh, they did, and again, they're not getting any clutch base hits with people in scoring position. And that's what's coming back to bite them. Other than that, I'm not going to say a whole lot about this. You really can't. I don't think you can pass judgment or critique any team until about Memorial Day. That's where that's at right now. Uh, Frank Beck Chevrolet last Saturday from 8 to 11. We had a great crowd out there for the Maggie Fry Scholarship Breakfast. Thank you to everybody who turned out. It did my heart well to see all the big crowd that we have out there. Very successful, and everyone enjoyed themselves. It was a beautiful morning. The weather couldn't have been better. Thank you, thank you, thank you to everyone who came out in support of the Maggie Fry Scholarship Breakfast, benefiting area nurses. I can't thank you folks enough. You came through as you always do, like a real trooper. Thank you so much. And again, Frank Beck Chevrolet proved why they are the #1 Chevrolet dealer in the tri-state area. Thank you for coming out and letting Frank Beck Chevrolet help you experience the Frank Beck community support difference. Thank you to everyone at Frank Beck Chevrolet. Thank you to you folks for coming out. Can't say enough. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Chevy drives Southern Michigan. Chevrolet together, let's all drive. And again, Frank Beck Chevrolet showed indeed why they are the #1 Chevrolet dealer in the tri-state area. We're also brought to you in part by Barrett Insurance on the corner of M99 and US 12 in Jonesville. That's BarrettINS.com. Protecting your dreams. 517-849-1000. Barrett Insurance, BarrettINS.com. 517-849-1000. At the corner of US 12 and M99 in Jonesville, Barrett Insurance, protecting your dreams. If you haven't heard, too, the first, we're going back a long, long time ago when there were just 6 teams in the NHL. 6 teams. And so how did the playoffs work when you only had 6 teams? Well, they only had 2 rounds. So you only had to win 8 games to win a Stanley Cup back then. 6 teams, so that the first 4 teams made the playoffs. The last 2 didn't. So the first round, you had the first place team play the 4th place team, second played third, and then the winner of those 2 rounds would play for the Stanley Cup. So you only had to win 8 games back then. And the teams, of course, were Toronto, Montreal, Detroit, Chicago, New York, and Boston. This is the first time ever in the history of the Stanley Cup playoffs that there will be no original 6 American team in the playoffs. Detroit, Chicago, Boston, and New York will not be in the playoffs this season. First time that's ever happened. So, by the way, a Canadian team hasn't won the Stanley Cup since 1993 when the Montreal Canadiens did it. So, if you haven't heard too, Aaron Judge has been named the captain for next year's Team USA team in the Baseball Classic, which will be played in March during spring training. It's a 2-week period in March, and they do that every 4 years. So next year's Team USA will be captained by Aaron Judge. If you'd heard that or not. Also, Max Crosby, who just signed a big extension with the Las Vegas Raiders, has an executive job new on top of that. New executive job. He's going back to his alma mater, Eastern Michigan University in Ypsilanti, where he will be the assistant general manager. Now, Max Crosby not only is playing in the NFL now for the Raiders, he's also the assistant general manager at Eastern Michigan University. That's a precedent. First time that's ever happened too, by the way. So I don't know if you heard that or not. NFL draft is a week from tomorrow night. It's only 8 days away. I saw a wild mock draft today by the Athletic. Fellow by the name of Dane Bugler had the Lions with the 28th pick, taking Maxwell Hairston, the defensive back, cornerback out of Kentucky. The only question I have for Dane Bugler is how long have you been on Thorazine? That's the most ridiculous thing I ever heard of. Lions aren't taking an offensive back with the first pick. They're taking either an offensive or defensive lineman. I think they're taking an offensive lineman, and I think they've got their eye on Gray Zabel. What is he, 6'6" and 325 out of North Dakota State. He can play all 5 positions on the offensive line. And with Frank Ragnow having that chronic toe problem and Taylor Decker getting a little long in the tooth, I think they've got their eye on this kid. They might have to move up to get him. We'll see. Also, Mel Kiper's final mock yesterday, he had the Lions taking Mykel Williams, the big edge out of Georgia. What is he? 6'5", 265. He's about the same size as Hutchinson. I'd love to see them take him as well, but I don't think he's going to be there at 28. Apparently, Mel thinks he is, or either that, or he have them moving up to get him. He doesn't have him moving up. He's got him being available at 28. I don't see it. That's where I disagree with Mel. Of course, he's been doing this longer than I have, but Mel Kiper doesn't have to be right, because his job is not on the line when it comes to drafting these players either. Anyway, we'll see. Like I said, I've got my eye on Gray Zabel, the offensive lineman out of North Dakota State, with the first pick for the Lions tomorrow night. So, not tomorrow night. I'm getting ahead of myself. A week from tomorrow night in Green Bay at 8 o'clock. If you're going to be watching that, it's on ABC, by the way. The Lions probably won't be picking until around somewhere between 11 o'clock and 11:30, because that thing usually runs till midnight. It's a 4-hour thing, that first round. So anyway, we'll look forward to that next week. So before we get, I'm going to give you the Pistons Knicks playoff schedule. That's out now. Before we get into that, here's a good word for a good man, and I hope you can hear me, because without his knowledge and patience and technical assistance, we wouldn't be doing this right now. And like I said, I hope you're hearing me, because I don't really want to do this again. 37 Waldron Street, downtown Hillsdale, Quality PC, Tim Lindley, Lendley. You won't find a better man when it comes to tech knowledge and sales and service. Tim and his staff are the best around. We're lucky to have someone like this this is the only place to go, folks, around here anywhere for technical service. 37 Waldron Street, downtown Hillsdale, 517-610-5372. Anything at all. Computers, new or used. Maybe flat screen TV mounting, programming. Maybe you're changing internet providers. You need that installed. Printers, new or used, anything at all. Get in there and see them. 517-610-5372, 37 Walton Street in downtown Hillsdale, directly across the street from Pat Jack's Automotive, a couple 100 feet west of Howell Street. Please get in there and see them. When you do, tell them me and Mickey sent you, will you? Thank you very much. Schedule is out. We now know when the Pistons will be playing the Knicks. All 4 or 7 games, if necessary, here for the series, which starts Saturday night, this Saturday night, the 19th, at 6 o'clock on ESPN in Madison Square Garden. That's game 1. Game 2 will be next Monday night, the 21st, again at Madison Square Garden. It'll be on TNT. Then it's back to Detroit, Little Caesars Arena. The first game back here, game 3, will be Thursday night, the 24th, and that game will be on TNT, but we don't have a time for it yet. Game 4 will be a week from Sunday, the 27th, at LCA. We do know that'll be at 1 p.m. We do know that will be on ABC. The next 3, of course, if necessary. Game 5, Tuesday, the 29th, back at Madison Square Garden. We don't have a time for that yet. Don't have a time for game 6, Thursday, May the 1st at Little Caesars. And 7th and final game of the series, if necessary, will be May the 3rd back at Madison Square Garden. We don't have a time for any of these last 3 games, 5, 6, or 7. So go over that quickly again for you. Game 1, Saturday, 6 o'clock, ESPN. Game 2, Monday night on TNT at 7:30. Game 3 in Detroit, Little Caesars on Thursday the 24th on TNT. We don't have a time for that. We do have a time for game 4, Sunday the 27th at 1 o'clock, 1 p.m., and that's on ABC. And one more time, if necessary, Tuesday the 29th at Madison Square Garden, Thursday, May the 1st at Little Caesars, and Saturday, May the 7th. I'm sorry, Saturday, May the 3rd at Madison Square Garden. And we don't have a time on any of those games at all yet. I think I've got you caught up on everything. I apologize for the technical glitch. Don't know what happened, but I don't think many of you are very good when it comes to reading lips, so I thought I'd better do this over again. Oh, here we go. Thank you again to everybody who came out, turned out last Saturday at Frank Vic Chevrolet for the Maggie Fry Scholarship Breakfast. Can't thank you enough. It's heartwarming to see all those people out there. That's going to do it until Friday. And again, don't forget Saturday morning with Andy and Jed from 9 to 10 here locally on WCSR 92.1 FM, the Timeout Show. And I will talk to you all again on Friday. So until then, have a good rest of your evening. Thank you again so much for watching and listening. And I will speak to you all again on Friday. I hope you're hearing this. So until Friday, remember, please treat each other with respect. Have a good rest of your evening. And once again, so long, everybody.